Hey guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. YouTube famous. All right, so there's something I've been wanting to talk about on here for a while now. And it really kind of came up for me when I was watching all of these YouTuber, gossip, drama channels, whatever you want to call them, doing all these videos about Colleen Ballinger, who is Miranda Sings, and her husband getting a divorce, okay? And, you know, they had gone public and they had talked about how they were getting a divorce, and then blah, 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 these drama channels and these YouTube channels needed to do a video about it, 7 to 10 minutes long, talking about her divorce and we care so much about you, it's so sad, blah, blah, blah. And then the next sentence talking about, is he or isn't he gay? Talking about her husband. Supposedly her husband's gay and that's why they're getting divorced. Is it possibly a PR stunt? On and on and on, right? And it got me really thinking because I've been reading a lot of my comments lately, like going back on old videos and reading comments. And I get comments about like the same things over and over and over again. And the comments that I get are things like, okay, about Trisha Paytas and Sean, and they're like always talking about how like Sean is fake, he's not really her boyfriend, or if he is her boyfriend, why should she stay with him? She treats him so, or he treats her so mean, and on and on and on, and she should just be done with him. And then all these people were like, Sean was at the Dolly Parton concert, you could hear him next to her talking during the Snapchat, and all this kind of stuff, right? People consumed with this, right? And then in a video that I did where I was talking about something to do with Shane Dawson, I got, like, for my question and answer, I got all these questions of people asking me, like, do you think that Rylan Adams is Shane Dawson's boyfriend? And, I mean, no, Shane Dawson's waiting for me, so I know that he's not his boyfriend. Joke. But it's like all this, that kind of craziness. And then, you know, like, Matthew Lush has made this career of like having different boyfriends and helping them build their YouTube channels. And then it's like, you know, on and on and on, Jeffree Star and the whole like Nathan thing. Like whenever I talk about that, it's like I get a whole bunch of views. It was interesting because this is really where my wheels were turning for me, and I started falling down the rabbit hole of watching all his videos last night, was two things. Was number one, I had watched this video, I was watching back a video that I had done about Jeffree Star's fake relationship, and somebody had commented underneath it, and they were like, hey everyone, this is clickbait. No, it's not clickbait. My title was called Jeffree Star's fake boyfriend, okay? And in the video, I addressed whether or not I believed it was his fake boyfriend. That is not clickbait, okay? Clickbait is like that Chris Offlane saying, I'm coming out, or my coming out video, and then you go to it and he doesn't come out. That's clickbait, okay? Clickbait is where I say, I'm making an apple pie, and you come to it, and I'm sitting there putting together a flower arrangement. You came for an apple pie, you got some roses. That's not clickbait. Get over it, you're irrelevant. All these people always want to comment on my videos. That's clickbait, that's clickbait. If you see it in the title, I am going to talk about it. And honest to God, as close to clickbait I've ever come in my entire life, I mean, it kind of really was clickbait, was when I just did the Q&A, and I said something about like, Kylie Jenner's lips are famous, why? And it's literally like 2 seconds of the video. I knew what I was doing. I wasn't stupid. I'm going to own it all day long. But most of my videos, I don't do that. They're not clickbait. And you see I've gone into a totally different angle. But anyway, I mean, if you guys want to know my opinion about all these relationships, this is what I think, okay? So you can get over it. You can say, well, Peter won't comment on these people because he's too afraid to come for them. That's what somebody said. Peter won't come for these people because he doesn't really want to really say what's really going on there. Okay, as a super fan of these people, I'll tell you what I think. I think Colleen Ballinger and her husband's divorce is real. I think it's very, very sad. I think she needed to address it in the video, and I think she put it out there publicly. And the reason I said I would never address it in the video is because I think it's cruel to tear people apart in a gossip drama channel and go, is he gay, isn't he gay? I mean, can you imagine to all the women viewers out there, which are like 95% of who watches my videos, if you and your boyfriend or you and your husband broke up, if everybody around you was going, well, you knew he was gay, I mean, that's why, because he's gay, or you guys were all, it was just a stunt, none of it was ever real, but for you, it all was real. Can you imagine how painful that would be? I think we have to realize that for these people that are on YouTube, it's not, I mean, Charles Gross and I were just talking about this, that I think when you're a viewer, like I've been a viewer for years, right? Like, time is kind of suspended in between, like, each video that we put out there, and I think, like, it's hard to realize that for me, like, I had to go spend 3 hours this morning because I'm not vlogging it, getting my car fixed and sitting around them telling me I needed a $140 battery for my car. That's my reality. And so for most of these YouTubers out there, they are not celebrities. They don't see themselves as celebrities. They see themselves as very real people sitting in front of the camera. I don't know, passing judgment on those people is a very nice thing to do. I don't think it's very nice. I think not, boys and girls. So that's what I think about Colleen Ballinger and her husband. As far as Trisha Paytas and Sean, I think it's a very real relationship. I think their relationship reminds me so much of my husband and I. I think it's off and on, up and down. And I think at this point, she's like, I am so tired of dealing with everybody's passing judgment on me. Fuck you. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to have my relationship. And you guys won't know about the fights because I'm not going to talk about them anymore. You won't know about the loving. You won't know about the making loving. You won't know about the gifts. You won't know about any of it because you couldn't shut your mouths. So now you're not going to see any of it. So see? A watch pot never boils. And now you don't get some hot water because y'all wanted to know too much about Trisha and Shane. Or Sean. Trisha and Shane. Train, Trip, Peter and Trisha. But anyway, I think that relationship's very, very real. Shane Dawson, Rylan Adams, yes, I think they're a couple, and that's all I'm going to say about it. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to look at all the social media stuff. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think it takes a genius to figure it out, whatever. And on Jeffree Star and Nathan, I've talked about that a million times of what I think on there. But these are all just me sitting on the other side wondering, are they together, are they not? But I will tell you one thing is I don't get consumed with it. I watch their videos and I enjoy it. If Trisha and Sean, it's all fake, I don't really care. I really don't. I love her as a person. But I will tell you this is I will never do videos or, people are always like, the reason why they think my video about Nathan and Jeffree Star, somebody put on there is like, I don't have the balls to come for Jeffree Star. Really? Really? Put me and Jeffree Star in a room together. Trust me, I'll get the answers I want to know. But that won't be what I come for. I don't really care if he's, I've been to a million dinner parties where I have looked around the room and I have thought, that one right there, she's in that marriage for the Chanel purse. She could care less about her husband. She's got eyes for him over there. They've been staring at each other the whole night. She's got these 3 kids. She's miserable. She's a tennis mom. She don't want to be in this marriage. How is that not fake? That's fake all day long. So you can live in a $500,000 house and go on vacation twice a year to Hawaii and Florida and have a Chanel purse every time you want from Saks. That's a fake relationship. Why aren't people making videos about that on YouTube? That's the reality of the world. That's 90% of the women that I know out there. Seriously? No, but everybody wants to make these videos about that. And then it's like, I was watching this. I was going to do this whole video called Leave Jaclyn Hill. I always want to call her Smith because like Charlie's Angels. Leave Jaclyn Hill alone. I was going to do this whole video about her because all of these drama channels are doing these videos. It's like, first they did a video like a week ago. All of them did the exact same videos, right? A week ago it was Jaclyn Hill, rumors that her husband's leaving her. Apparently he's having affairs and cheating on him too. I can't imagine a crueler thing if I just sit behind a computer screen and watch a video of somebody talking about my husband cheating on me. I can't imagine. That would be so painful to watch. True or not true, it would be painful to even imagine. And number 2, then a week later, they're coming out, and we've now forgotten about the allegations that he's cheating on her because, she's doing this giveaway where all these people are coming for him, this giveaway, and they're doing these drama channels, and they're like, oh, this and oh, that. And then 2 days after that, Jaclyn Hill, maybe not the smartest move in the world. She's a pretty girl, and she's business-wise and all that kind of stuff. But she took to Snapchat talking about her husband having a rash on his chest a week after he said that everybody said he was cheating on her with somebody else. I don't know. But rashes kind of scare me a little bit. If you get one, you don't necessarily know where you get them from. I don't have them. I haven't had a rash and I don't know how long. But I'm just saying, I think it's kind of a little spooky strange. I don't know that I'd be taking a Snapchat after everybody been talking about my husband cheating on me. I'm just saying. But apparently they went to the ER, they went to the pharmacy or something, and everything's fine. And now Dr. Jaclyn, she fixed her husband all up. And he is cute. And then all these people are saying that he's gay. I'm like, if you have a cute husband, does that necessarily have to always mean that he's gay? There are straight guys out there. There are straight guys out there that are somewhat kind of effeminate. Like I've said all day long that I think that Shannon Rose's husband looks gay a little bit. But my God, he's just an attractive guy. You can tell he's really into Shannon. He's really into Shannon, right? Maybe he's just metrosexual. I don't even like that word, but maybe he's just comfortable with himself. There are straight guys all over the world that are real comfortable with themselves. Doesn't have to mean that they're gay, but we got to take to YouTube constantly and be questioning these people's relationships. And are they, aren't they, aren't they, aren't they? It's fake, it's fake, it's fake. Can you imagine what it would be like to be on the other side of that? And it's interesting because I just want to give a little shout out. A lot of people contact me and they're like, you should walk watch Zach Garcia. You should watch Zach Garcia from The Adventures of Zach and B. Zach and I are friends. I reached out to him a long time ago. He and I message each other back and forth all the time. We've become friends. I love Zach. And I love Alistair, his fiance. Just put out 3 videos this weekend proposing to his boyfriend. You know, they're like a really neat couple, and I really like them a lot. And he has really built his channel, but you know, it's hard when you do something like that and put yourself out there that people are going to start speculating about you. Is that relationship fake? Is it real? Blah, blah, blah. And he's so real that you know it's not fake. But like, it's the same thing with like Matt and Blue, the couple that adopted that child. If you go to their videos, some people on there say, you just adopted this child to make a YouTube video. That is one of the most disgusting things I have ever heard in my entire life, that you would accuse somebody of adopting a child just for publicity. I mean, that is really, really sick. I don't even think Brad Pitt would do that, and he took all the kids, but we're going to talk about that in my next video. I mean, I just can't imagine being some of these big YouTubers. Nobody's that obsessed with me yet, right? And saying these things about people's relationships. It's so hurtful. It's so hurtful. And it's like, it's really delving into people's personal lives, you know, when you really want to know that stuff. And then the counter argument to that is, well, they put themselves out there, you know, to be viewed in the public eye. And listen, I understand that all day long, all right? But if you're sitting in your bedroom talking to your husband or your wife, and you're like thinking to yourself, like watching the Kardashians, keeping up with the Kardashians, and you're like, do you really think that Kim loves that Kanye? Or do you think she's just, what do you think that's all about? Well, I don't know. Or you're with your girlfriends out having a glass of wine, and you guys are kikiing it up, talking about, I don't know, the Real Housewives of Orange County or something, and you're like, that Vicky, it looks like she's had a bunch of plastic surgery. But when you take to comments online and Twitter and social media, which I know some people do because y'all ain't got nothing to do but get out there and talk about these people. But when you start decimating them and like pulling them apart and saying really cruel things about they could never get that person or this or that or whatever, or their marriage is fake and or he's gay and all this kind of stuff, you guys, it's hurtful. It's really, really painful. And if you're a drama or a gossip channel out there, I think you really need to check your motives. You know, I've said this on here for a very long time. There's a really nice way to do gossip and drama. And I'm telling you right now, I don't know any gossip or drama channels out there on YouTube right now that do it that way. I think maybe the closest comes Drama Alert and Philip DeFranco. Philip DeFranco, he doesn't really get mean, but he can get a little bit judgmental with things. But he does it in such a kind of David Letterman kind of feel to it that it's very jokey, ha-ha. I mean, he's very much stand-up comedian. But these lower ones, you guys, I think it's just kind of pure evil, and you pick in part of these relationships. First of all, if Trisha and Sean are fake, why does it affect you? It still makes for real great videos, don't you think? What does it matter if Shane and his boyfriend, who we don't even know who it is, if he even has one, maybe he has a girlfriend, he identifies supposedly as bisexual. I mean, maybe they'll come out someday and talk about it, but when they do is when they do, and you know, it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. And Colleen Ballinger, God bless her and her husband, I mean, I can't imagine going through a divorce publicly. I've gone through breakups before where I thought I'd just never make it to the next day. I cried myself to sleep every single night in bed and just wore every one of my friends out, talking on the phone, texting them, saying, I don't know how I'm going to go through another day, trying to get a hold of my ex, saying, please come over, let's work things out. Can you imagine going through that in the public eye? That's hard, you guys. And then to have to read all the comments underneath your video, he's gay, he's gay, he's gay, he's gay, he's gay. That's mean, you guys. Like, that's cruel-hearted. And so I think it's interesting when a lot of people say to me that my channel is like a drama and a gossip channel. No, it's not. Move it. It's not a drama and gossip channel. I'm poking fun at the people that do that. I'm telling them, you need to rethink your motives. You need to rethink your gigs. I don't think that's very nice, boys and girls. But anyway, some of them act like they don't care. I mean, like Jeffree Star and Nathan act like they really don't care. And I really don't think they do care a whole lot, whether you think it's fake or not. I'm going through these magazines. I cannot wait. I got Life and Style and In Touch. And I said I was never going to get In Touch again, but they didn't have Star magazine. And I was talking to Charles Gross on the phone while I was buying them. And he said, well, why don't you just get the Inquirer? And I said, because don't nobody want to read about alien babies with 3 heads. So anyway, that's what I think. I don't understand why you guys can't just back up off this shit. It's really none of your business anyway. It's really none of my business. I don't even really watch those videos anymore when people talk about relationships because it's kind of painful. Now, if Trisha puts out a video talking about her and Sean, I'll watch it. But if somebody says, you know, Trisha goes crazy over Sean again, I don't really care. I really don't. And having talked to Trisha specifically about this issue, I don't know that you guys have any idea what it's like to be on the receiving end of that. And I'm sure at some point I will be as well because I'm going to be so YouTube famous. But it is really hard. I mean, imagine if on a daily basis you were getting thousands and thousands of comments that bordered on cyberbullying. I mean, maybe what you're saying is get off YouTube, but at the same time, you love doing this. So it's compromising something that you love doing because you get so much hate associated with it over your private love life. That doesn't even make sense, you know? So I guess as YouTube viewers and super fans, we kind of have to know our place a little bit, don't you think? I think maybe I do. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.